Now for something completely different.
Smoke medical weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Brian Hoppe and Facet. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He is the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2, Hoppe. Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
Pharaoh. Did I say Pharaoh? How are you, bro?
Yo, it's freaking Monday, and I'm feeling good.
The Monday scaries just came by really fast this past weekend.
Man.
You watch the NFL?
I do not watch the NFL.
How do you not watch the NFL? You seem like an NFL guy. Why don't you watch the NFL?
I do not watch the NFL, but I am current with the events that go on in the city, especially with the Bucks and the Bears.
Well, I love NFL Sunday, but when it goes to the 4:25 game and then it's 7 o'clock, I literally get the Sunday scaries where I'm sad and it's over. And then the weirdest part is they have the 8:30 game on NBC. And the game's over at 11, and if it's an exciting game, it's hard to go right to bed.
Nah, of course. And who's your favorite team overall? I know you're from Chicago. But I know it was a hard weekend for you because the Bucks.
Hard weekend for me.
The Bucks took a win.
No. Let me explain. So, I have a lot of things I need to break down on the show. First of all, call me, 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Write down this mental note real quick. Can you remind me about the Bears in like 10 minutes? And about the NFL in 10 minutes? Because one of my friends is watching the show on IGTV, and I need to get into this.
Let's do it.
What's up, Kava Spills podcast, one of the best podcasts out there. What up, Lawrence? And Amy. And the other one, I forget her name. I feel bad. Okay. So, last August, I quit drinking. So I was like, hey, I think I have a drinking problem. When I drink, bro, my mouth gets lippy, bro. I run my mouth. So I realized I needed to quit drinking. So from August till about May or April, right when I joined here, I wasn't drinking. I was only doing kava and a little bit of kratom. My mom hates it, but mostly kava. So when I moved here, or when I started working at Beasley in April, and I'm working with Rich Ortiz, who's a night guy. Well, now he does morning radio, but at the time he was doing the Ritz, and he was a night owl. And I'm working with Romeo, who's a night owl. All these people, my old self of partying at night came back. Well, let me tell you, I've gotten back into drinking responsibly. I always take Ubers. Like, I literally will get 1 or 2 less drinks to make sure I get the Uber. I've never driven drunk. Also, so here's the thing. I've gotten back into drinking. I've gotten back into partying. You've definitely given me confidence to show my face more in videos and that. But I still have Kava and Kratom. I still do when I go to these Kava bars. And let me tell you, this Kava community in St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay, needs to be called out. This Kava community, I swear to God, I've been drinking Kava for 5 years. 5 years ago, it was a family. Everybody's either recovering from a drug addiction or a heartbreak, or they need it for creative juices. But I'm telling you, Pharaoh, the Kava community 5 years ago was one big family. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. Have you drank Kava and Kratom? Also, what are you looking around at? You're looking around like, what's going on here? Everything good?
It sounded like a phone was going off, but I know we're live right now, so it's impossible.
We are live.
And my phone's in front of me, but
you're good. That's
continue.
That's Joe Biden calling us. I don't know where that joke came from. All right. Here's the thing, though. Do you feel like your nightclub business, your partying business, has a lot of talking behind each other's backs and being rats? Because I'm telling you right now, the Kava community needs to wake up and shut up. You'll be at a Kava bar, and you'll have a room of 20 people, and everybody's talking shit about each other and not to each other's faces. You have somebody over there saying da 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 da, then you have someone over there do 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 do. But then when they all come together at the bar, hi, I like you. Hi, I like you. It's gotten out of hand. And then you have cliques. Oh, you got to go to this Kava bar. You can't. We are drinking. And again, when we get on the radio, we won't swear because it's a podcast. I'll swear. You're literally drinking a fucking plant from the ground. And you're drinking kratom or you're smoking a vape pen. It's not that serious. The whole point is to recover and relax and have fun. And when you have people making it into a high school clique, you're coming off like an entitled asswipe that probably peaked in high school, and you want to go back to that because you hate your life. And you hate other people doing things differently. It's out of control. Absolutely out of control. Like you literally feel like you're being judged when you walk in. They don't do this. Then you have these Gen Z kids, bro, thinking they're going to live forever. These Gen Z kids have no idea that they're going to die someday. I've always been aware. My dad died at 21. But these kids, they talk to us like we're so old. When they turn 30 and 40, these Gen Z kids are going to have the worst midlife crisis ever because their whole life has been filtered. They wear filters. They do everything. I don't do filters unless like I have a pimple or two. Everything's fake now. The Kava community is fake. Filters are fake. Be real.
Girls' boobs are fake.
Literally.
Like what's going on?
How's the nightclub business? Like, do you have to deal with what I'm dealing with? Like, what I'm dealing with in the Kava community? Does that happen in the nightclub community?
Well, let me tell you right now, yes, it does happen.
Yes.
But I really want you to bring me around to these Kava communities because I never really got to experience these places.
Okay, so it's like literally, did you ever watch Adult Swim growing up?
I loved it.
It's like Adult Swim. You got the Family Guys and the Bob's Burgers, the rich people, the people that are like, quote unquote, normal. And then you got the Aqua Teen Hunger Forces, and you got the C-Labs, and you got the Assy McGee's, and you got all these random ass. Do you remember that show?
Yep.
Funniest show ever. It's so awful. That's where I learned about what an HJ was. In that episode when Assy McGee's at the parlor. Do you remember that? And you hear, and I was like, what's that sound? You wonder why I'm such a pervert. It's because of what I watched and consumed. But you have all these random people going into these bars. And when you have such a collective mix of different people, not everybody's going to get along. Because you got the jocks that are recovering alcoholics, so they're working on it. Then you got the nerds that play video games all day. And then you got me. I'm just trying to get along. And then when you hear people are talking shit about you and you've done nothing to them, it's like, well, you can go, oh, what's the word? Fuck yourself.
But let's talk to me. If everybody's in there, enjoying this kratom, enjoying this kava, and they're in a soothing situation, where does this energy come from? I feel like if I was high in a room, I would want to just chill.
Here's the problem. When you drink Kava and Kratom, man, there's Kava people tuning in. When you drink Kava and Kratom, it brings different effects. So if you drink green or white Kratom, it's like you're hyper, bro. You're ready to take on the world and party. You drink white, which I said white or green. And then you got red. Red's the calming one. It's like taking a Klonopin and makes you laid back. You know what I'm saying? So you got different personalities there. And then you got people that are often manic that don't know when to shut the hell up. They'll come up to me. How tall are you? And literally take off my headphones while I'm doing something. Like, I'm not too cool for anybody. Even when I become the biggest radio show ever, which I literally am because of my height. I'm telling you right now, I will talk to everybody. But there's sometimes if someone's working... And I used to do this last year when I started going to the Kava bars, is you really got to read the room, bro. And if people are busy, you're drinking a plant. You're running a bar that's going to be closed someday. Everything's going to be closed. We're all going to die. We think like we matter. We don't matter, bro. Who gives a shit? I'm done, dude. You're supposed to go to these places to want to have fun. Then when you got people talking behind each other's back, it's like, we failed as humans. If we can't even have a family vibe at Kava communities, and you got Kava communities that are at war, you're a fucking Kava bar. Shut up. You're literally selling something at the beautiful plant, but don't act like you're better than somebody. And this goes with nightclubs and that. Why can't there be more room for people to succeed at the top? You got my old radio boss that I worked for. Oh, nobody can touch me. No, everybody can have success. Life's short. Go for your dreams. Tired of the Bay Area. Everybody competes against you. Oh, we got to be the best. We're a city. Literally, downtown Tampa is no different than Milwaukee with palm trees. You're not that special. None of us are that special. You know who's special? Hunter Biden, because he'll get away with all his crimes. Unless you're the rich or elite, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your problems. And I've realized that recently. Today I woke up and had a panic attack. You know who cares? Nobody. Not even my cat. She was going, meow, 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 meow. Feed me. No one cares.
Oh, man, what a Monday.
I know, it's a manic Monday. I'm just telling you, I'm done. And this goes with anything. It's not even just about cover bars, it's about humans. You're not that important. And I've realized that recently. Because some people from my past would go, oh, Hoppe, you used to think you're important. And then I realized that people are often only your friends for what you can provide them. And you got people like Juan Farrell that are actual friends. That when you have a real friend, what you do is you treat them right.
You treat them like family.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. But yeah, just to answer your question, yes, the nightlife is exactly the same. In fact, the nightlife is probably even worse.
Oh, man. So I'm actually doing better not hanging around the nightlife.
I mean, you got to think about it. In the Kava community, is a high school environment, you know? It's that college-y, classroom.
Don't say college. It's barely college. It's like 12th grade, like the last 4 months where you don't care about
13th grade. 13th grade, it's his own vibe. So imagine that, but with money involved. Money, success, women, self-gratitude from these events.
I thought you were going to say self-gratification. I was like, that's later on.
So imagine all those things in a pot. Creating different groups.
And then, like I said last week, you got bouncers that think they're so cool. Oh, you're a bouncer making $18 an hour. No one cares. Everybody over the last year has gotten super cocky, and I've gotten super humble because, like, when you have so many changes in your life and you see who's really in your corner, it makes you want to be an introvert that just chills. You know what I'm saying?
And touching the bases on security guards that are getting too cocky, it's been going on too long.
Yeah.
Somebody has to put a stop to these people.
Yeah.
You're making $18 an hour.
You're not a cop. Stop it.
You're going home and
playing Xbox
in your 2003 car. You're going home to a twin bed. You're not better than the person you're patting down. So relax, breathe, give the club and give yourself a good night.
You know what security guards are good? The Tampa airport. They're cool as hell, bro. If you go to other cities, like you go to JFK where I got pickpocketed, I knew at the exact moment that some person went and like banged me from behind. And then I was like at the line for security. I'm like, where's my wallet? Great moment in time. And then the Chicago airport is just, don't go there when there's a delay because of snow. I went there like 7-8 years ago to visit my mom. Can you tell I'm from Chicago because of my accent? And literally there were delays everywhere. And there are people that are like, I'm going to miss a wedding or a funeral, freaking out.
Listen, being stuck in a snowstorm is no joke. But talk to me, Hoppe. How was the weekend? How is everything going with the ladies? How is life going right now? Tell me your energy. Share what's going on.
I do this
Share
week?
What's going on
Friday,
with your life.
I went to bed early. I went to bed at 1.
Really? Did you work?
I worked Saturday and Sunday. So Friday, I went to Park and Rec in downtown St. Pete and watched my friend DJ Pez, who we play a song, and he's one of my co-hosts. And like, it was packed at Park and Rec. I just wasn't feeling it. I was like really hungry. I drank a lot before I left. So I was like, I need food. So I went home and got Wendy's Uber Eats.
So you weren't in dog mode. You were in hungry mode.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And what did I do Saturday? Saturday, I was supposed to have a girl come over, but then her kid got COVID, and that sucked. So then I went to a Kava bar till midnight. That was like when I'm like, I don't think I want kids. Because I wasn't even mad at her. She's like, I'm so sorry I can't come over. And I'm like, it's okay.
Do you go to different Kava bars? Is that what goes on?
I went to one for a while, and there's nothing personal against them. I'm just not going anymore. And then I have no problem with the one I went to. I just don't want to go anymore. But the one I went to previously, there's bad blood there.
But I can't comprehend. You have to show me the light. What's the bad blood within these people?
It's just high school drama.
Are they friends outside of this?
So, for example, because I'm going to defend myself here.
Were they attacking you?
I'm going to tell you this. Should I do this? Should I start the war? Should I poke the bear? Or should I just stay my humble self? Because every time I poke the bear, Pharaoh, I always end up getting attacked by like Mike Calta on the radio, and then all of the listeners are like, da, 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 and it's annoying.
Listen,
do I really want to poke the bear?
Don't poke the bear. Choke it out. What's going on?
All right. So, this is really happening. I went to a place called Dignitary, and it's run by a guy named Ian Beckles who played in the NFL. He's a good dude, blah, 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 blah. Somebody, and this is what I heard, I went there every day. I worked on his radio show. I considered him to be a father. I fucking looked up to the guy. I heard that he was telling people that I was never going to make it in radio and that I was a joke. And people were saying Hoppy's podcast is popular. And he said, popular and Ryan don't go in the same sentence. So I quit going to the bar. So me with my bipolar, I started talking a little bit of shit at the last bar I went to, and it got back to him. And then Ian went on the radio and trashed me on the Calta show. Whatever. But you look at it and you go, in this finite amount of time we have, if you're trying to prevent someone else's podcast from succeeding, it ain't about me, dog. And that goes with anybody. I think it's just because I turned 30, I don't care anymore. I will talk to anybody to their face. I used to be so afraid of people, bro. You shit in the morning. You take naps, you go to bed, and you're going to die someday. None of us are that important. Nobody's better than anybody else. Look at Elon Musk. He's got everything he's ever wanted. He's a loser. We're all losers, bro. None of us matter. But some are better losers than others. Some people are the type of loser where you do nothing with your life, or some people work really hard. But we're all idiots, dude. I used to think adults knew things. Were you ever like that as a kid? Did you ever say to yourself, man, that adult really knows everything, and someday I hope to know as much as that adult? We are, I don't know if the term would be adult babies. We're just babies that grew up. Now, if we got a second or third life, then maybe you can take some of the previous wisdom. But I don't care if you're 56 years old, or I don't care if you're 25 years old. You're only experienced this once and only lifetime once, and it's your first time doing it. You don't know anything. Some people might have higher IQs. Some people might. It's nonsense. It's all idiotic, bro. You know what really helped this out? Whenever I get pizza, I like to get shrooms on it. So I think the shrooms that I had on my pizza the last 6 weeks really broadened my horizon of not giving a fuck, and second of all, not giving a fuck. Bro, my whole 20s, this is a therapy session. All I did was want other people's approvals. Oh, can a 50-year-old radio DJ like me? Can a former offensive lineman like me? Can my ex like me? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Seriously.
Amen.
Bro, I was bowing down to people. Insanity. I don't know if you ever had that. If you had that moment where you truly said, I don't care. Unless you break my arm or beat me up, words mean nothing. It's dumb, dude. I'm just looking at this planet. I'm looking at how people are driving. I'm looking at how people are living. We all think we matter. We don't. Let me think. Have you ever heard of Bex Bexington?
What is that?
He was one of the most famous artists of the 1920s. 100 years later, it's something Bex. No one knows who he is. You know how quickly you're going to get forgotten if you're a radio DJ or a former athlete, anything. It's not me talking shit about people I used to hang out with. It's about everybody. You know how quickly you'll get forgotten? Even Abraham Lincoln. I bet there's people that don't know who he is. But there's people that don't know who. What's another example? Roosevelt or John F. Kennedy. Once you're gone, none of it matters, dog. None of it matters. I wake up every day and I go, I want to get along with people. I want the show to be successful, and I want to be a good person. I've done some shitty things in my life, and those things, not that they're going to be held over my head, but there's going to be people at my funeral that will talk shit, and that's fine. The whole basis of dealing with haters is when somebody can't comprehend that you're going after your dream and they either didn't go after their dream or they were too afraid to go after their dream. So when they see other people like me and you and everybody in the promotions department, DJ Corrupted, it drives them nuts. It drives them insane. Because the previous generations played it safe. You're 30 and you're not even sure if you want to get married. I don't even know if I want to get married. Every person was married at this point. All our parents were married at this point. But it's driving them nuts with the millennials, bro. It's driving them insane that we're making our own choices. That we're not bowing down to religion. That we're not bowing down to being married to somebody for 50 years. Now, if I were to meet the girl of my dreams tomorrow, and then I'm with her for the next 70 years, I'm not against it. But there's so many people I know, bro, that are forcing relationships because they want to be with somebody for that longevity. If you're just dating for a number, you're doing it wrong. Listen, I've been in 3 relationships. And even though I'm not in love with them anymore, the love that was there will never go away. They can say whatever they want. I keep all my previous things private because I'm a private person. I don't know if you're like that. Or are you the type of person when something goes down? There's a difference between defending yourself when people are talking shit and just being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because I could see you probably have people that talk about you all the time. It drives them nuts. Pharaoh's out here, this 30-year-old millennial, running to nightclubs, doing his thing. And you got people that are middle-aged that are Gen Xers. I can't let that millennial succeed because I'm going to give up my power, even though I only have 30 more summers left. Get out of here. Can you tell I've been doing shrooms? Are you able to process that I've been taking a lot of shrooms?
No, I can process that you're just over the hatred.
But it's
you're
not
over
even
the negativity.
And Pharaoh, this is not me trying to begin a war or talk shit. It's just things need to be said. Because people are afraid to speak their mind. Because, what if somebody finds... Who cares? Who cares? And you know what's funny? I think if we all just went to mitra-9.com and used keyword Hoppe to save 20% on the best Kava and Kratom, I think we'd be better off. That's all you got to do. Is go to mitra-9.com and use keyword Hoppe. Or dzbzhoney.com. That might be something I need. I'm all worked up right now. I probably need that, relaxing Delta 8 honey, bro. We should do that. We should do a show from my apartment so we won't get in trouble here, where we get super like honeyed out and we just talk about life and that. And I might be less angry if I'm honeyed out because I feel like right now, because I'm a little bit hyper, that I feel like if I would have done this rant differently, the DZBZ honey would have been the factor. I would have been more chill. I would have been more laid back. But you're looking at a man who's having a midlife crisis and doesn't give a fuck. My dad died at 50. So literally, if I were to die at the same age as him, it'd be a midlife crisis. Every second's a midlife crisis. I swear, you're not that important. None of it. I think about, you look at like Facebook memories. Man, I feel bad I'm not letting you get a word in. And you look at the memories, but that's how I do it. I'm just kidding. And you look at the memories and you go, I remember when I thought that was a problem. A breakup, a job, a deadline you had. And then the year goes by and you go, that was nothing. How about COVID going on 4 years ago? And that felt like the biggest thing ever. Millions of people die, and then we move on. What about Dr. Fauci? Remember that old man telling us what to do? Where the hell has he been? Where have you been, Pharaoh? How was your weekend? Enough about me and my problems that are self-created and imaginary in my head of being bipolar. How the hell was Juan Pharaoh's weekend? Did you get laid? Did you party? What the hell did you do the past 4 days? I haven't seen you since like Thursday.
Man, what a weekend. This weekend was definitely one for the books. I got to go to the Lil Baby concert. Shout out to my girlfriend.
How was that?
Man, oh my God. When I tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
I've been to a couple concerts this year, and I've got to experience, from Alicia Keys to Rod Wave, which he brought a lot of friends, to plenty more.
I've heard Rod was super cool.
Super cool. It was good, but this Lil Baby concert was out of hand. Yeah. Like the energy, the music, the vibes, just everything was just so perfect.
Yeah.
And it's even better when you're in a suite that has unlimited liquor.
Oh my God.
And it has unlimited beers.
Oh my God.
You can smoke all the gas you want.
Especially at a little baby show. Come on, now that's what you got to do to get in. You got to have marijuana with you if you're going to go to a little baby show.
You have to.
Yeah.
So for the people that didn't get to go, Glorilla was there. You know, big.
Gorilla Zoe?
No.
Take your shoes off.
Glorilla, we had the pleasure to see Rilo. Rilo did an amazing performance.
Oh, yeah.
And then Lil Baby went ham, egg, and cheese.
I'm not even a fan, and I wanted to be there. It looked lit.
Listen, I forget how many bangers Lil Baby has. Like he sounds the same in so many songs.
What's your favorite banger?
It's just, I mean, I feel like he didn't even scratch the surface.
Don't you hate that when you like the deep category or the deep what's the word?
Is it discography?
Whatever.
I can't even say
it's the deep list of songs. Like whenever I go to see Jack Harlow, he doesn't do the good songs. He just does 30. He does a TikTok concert, literally 30 seconds to a minute of his show. Tyson, yo, it's Tyson out there. That's our boss. Yo, what up? You're on Happy Hour.
Happy Hour. Tune in. Stay tuned in. My man is doing big things, y'all.
Hell yeah. Love you, Tyson. Thanks for hiring me. That's a good guy there.
Definitely.
You know what I like about Tyson and what I like about Beasley Media Group? And I'm going to throw a shot real quick because I've done plenty. No, not vodka shots. That's for later this weekend. It's nice to work at a place where you don't have to hide your podcast. I worked for a company, Pharaoh. I've worked for all three. They all have their pros and cons. I'm going to tell you, though. I worked for a company that loves radio. Get it? You get what I did there when I said a company that loves radio.
Yeah.
And I was told I could only record on the weekend because I would annoy people by recording there. And radio wonders why the listenership is going down. It's because the talent pool is not growing as much as it did in the 80s and 90s. And that's because these Gen Xers don't want to give up their power. They will help you out until you're ready to leave the nest. And then they'll throw the nest and throw it at the ground and then wonder why no one truly likes them unless you're making them money or unless you're a celebrity. It's utterly insane. Here at Beasley Media Group, people go, yeah, just get Ray Brian to approve of it, set up the podcast room, and you can literally come in whenever. Alessia came in at 1 p.m. Everybody was checking out my princess. Hell yeah. Alessia walks in. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's the hot girl. It's not just Ryan Hoppe for once. People always think she's my girl. I go, how do I word this? Okay. So I found Alessia gorgeous when I worked with her at 1025 The Bone. And I find her gorgeous now. But I can't afford her. No. My princess Alessia does not sell herself for sex. But when I told her about a first date in February on our show that I went to Applebee's, she made fun of me. And I went, I just don't currently have the money for meat market. And that's why I realized she's the best co-host ever. It's because she's utterly different.
Really? So she made fun of you for taking her to Applebee's. And
taking a girl to Apple, not her.
Oh, no, okay. For taking a girl to I mean, there's nothing wrong with Applebee's.
Hell yeah, dude. Get a lot of food for $40.
No. You got to get the 2 for $20.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. So listen, if a girl on a first date cannot appreciate the Applebee's, you know what? That's what we should talk about today.
It was funny.
Women not appreciating a gentleman's actions.
And it was funny. This girl I took out on a date like 8 months ago dated somebody that used to be on the Bubba the Love Sponge show. That's like a millennial. I think his name was like Stoned Joey Logano or something. He's a nice guy. And I think they hooked up and he must have really laid the pipe because he's got that BDE. His name's just James. He's a great dude. He does traffic over at iHeart. And this girl talked about him the whole time. I was at the Stoned Joey Logano review. You ever been on a date where they might know somebody from your past and that's all they want to talk about? You ever been there?
Trust me. I've been there, and I did those conversations real quick because
you're like, I don't want to talk about somebody that lays the pipe. I don't care.
So she was there telling you that he laid the pipe?
Not necessarily, but she talked about him the whole time. And James is a really good dude. So if anything, that's his pimp game. But for you, Pharaoh, We need to come up with rules for dating. It's the most 1990s, 2000s thing. Radio shows like the T-Man Show and Tom Leykis did it, but they were a little more offensive for their time, and it would get us canceled now. We need to do something. I don't want to say Hoppe 101 because it's completely copying Leykis 101, but there needs to be something where we help out these millennial men to realize that if you have to drop a lot of money on a date, she's just looking for a free meal. She ain't into you. I'm not saying you'd be cheap on a first date, but you go to the beach, you bring a picnic basket, and you eat food and you cuddle. If you're, and this is from personal experience last month, if you take a girl out, how do I word this? You met her.
Listen.
And what I'm saying is I really liked her. Like, I'm glad we're not recording. I really liked her. But what happened was she's always so busy that I'm like, man, am I not busy enough? I think I do a lot. And we texted today and we're cool. Hope she hits me up. But man, the amount of options they have now, bro, it's crazy. I heard a statistic that I just made up in my head that probably 80% of men will hook up with most girls. Like if you go to an average girl, 80% of dudes are going to want to hook up with her. I would say for us dudes, it's that 20%. And that's probably why we appreciate getting laid, is because we made it through the interview process.
For sure. I feel like it's always the challenge.
It's an honor. Like I've said this before. Yeah, opening up a present in first grade is nice or whatever.
Christmas.
Yeah, again, the Nintendo 64 in the year 2000 from your mom. You get and your dad Donkey Kong 64, Super Mario 64. It's all good. But you know what is up there with the Christmas feeling? Is when a girl, you're laying in bed and she gets naked for the first time.
Oh, man.
My man, if there was a perfect way to describe absolute heaven, even if it's not the best looking, because all bodies look good. I truly believe that. But it's even if it's not like a perfect body, the fact that she felt comfortable to take off her clothes, you're like, I feel good. Like that moment. That the bra comes off. It's amazing. But then you know what the worst feeling is? What do you think the worst feeling is?
When you and it in.
I just turned off your mic on accident. When it's what?
When you slide it in and
no,
you feel like you're going to be a quick pumper.
No, not that. When they blue balls you.
Oh, no.
I'm spilling so much on this show that my show's never been bigger, and I'm realizing a lot of people are going to hear this, and I'm going to have to avoid panic attacks for the next week.
You're just on go today. Like, I feel like you literally came in through that door with
swag, with
the whole Bible of things that you had to get off your chest that's been piling up throughout the weekend.
I'm going to tell you right now. How do I word this? I love this. It's my favorite part of doing radio. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. I've had people in my past that blue balled me, and that's sort of, if you're being blue balled after like 3 weeks of seeing a girl, you start to question yourself. You're like, what am I doing as a man that she doesn't want to go all the way? But then when you manifest it, and it's like the video game you play Xbox 360 and you get the little icon in the middle, when you get the achievement of going all the way, you're like, yeah, that's pretty good. But then here's what happens. You go all the way. It's delightful. But then you realize, like everything I said in the beginning of the show, none of it matters. Yeah, you had sex with the beautiful woman. It was good. But now you're laying in bed and you're like, now what's next?
Now it's all over. Not everything that you really worked for those 3 weeks.
It's really funny once it's done and it's all said and done.
It's a clarity.
And everything comes together and it's over with. You're like, wow. I really put a lot of effort. And yeah, I got laid.
And then you find out you should have saved those $20 from Applebee's.
Oh, man. I think you'd be a good therapist. You'd be a random ass nightclub therapist. You'd be like, oh, let's break the rules. I'll get you drunk this weekend.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're addicted to cocaine? Don't worry. A little bump won't help.
Just one more bump for the road.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You want to know what really led to this epiphany of not caring? Because everything I've said on this show, none of it's slander. Yeah, my former friend was talking bad about me behind my back, so I talked bad behind his back, and he had the platform to go on the radio and trash me and make it look like I did everything wrong. But it's because it's the truth. I'm not lying. I got nothing to hide. Everything about me is online. Everything. Besides my address, because I don't vote.
And your social.
Yeah, I'm not giving that out. But this right here, this is what helped.
An organization in Oregon is working to revolutionize mental health treatment by giving legal psilocybin or magic mushrooms access to the public. Epic Healing Eugene, America's first licensed psilocybin service center, opened in June and now has a wait list of more than 3,000 names.
Just talk to your weird friend at the Kava bar that has the connections. I swear, this is all alleged. Today is the alleged, I'm going to name it the alleged show. Or I might name it, what's wrong with the Kava community? In a universe where I was taking shrimps, because I would never take shrimps. Bro, you go through the emotions. There's some days that you feel on top of the world, and there's some days that you just want to cry. Bro, I've been crying a lot lately. It's weird. Do you ever cry? You gonna admit that?
I used to cry. I feel like now
you're so busy being a badass.
Yeah, I just feel like the emotions these days are a little bit
under control,
buried.
But that's the problem. You can bury it all you want. You can try to hide it all you want, but there's going to be a moment that it's all going to come out. Driving down the back. Well, it'll hit you, Pharaoh.
I mean, when life hits me with a little uppercut, I'm gonna definitely let it all out. Right now, I'm trying to take it to the chin.
Yeah. Have you ever cried during sex?
Homo. What?
Have you ever cried during sex?
No.
Me neither. But I've had moments, especially after breakups, when you're hooking up with someone new. You're like, this is weird. You're not doing the things the other one did. You ever have that where you're hooking up with someone new and you're like, no teeth, please.
Nah, if I ever was with somebody after I broke up with my current thing, I've dogged them out even harder.
Are you single?
No. I'm saying like.
Oh no. I was like, dude.
Oh
I
no.
messaged you. Your girl is bad, bro. And I love how you keep it private.
Not at the moment. I mean, I'm saying like at the moment I'm not single. But I was, clarifying.
No. I got you. I don't mean to make this complicated. I'm just trying to bring an entertaining show. I'm not trying to ruin a relationship. Your girl is bad, though, bro.
Appreciate it,
good for you. How'd you meet her? Nightclub?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you meet everybody.
Yeah.
That's how you make all your connections.
Yeah, bro. So she definitely, met through nightlife, and here we are.
Oh, man. I'm spilling the beans today. In another world where I worked at my first radio company, we're going to talk really quietly. There was a girl on the promotions team. Let's just say like 3 or 4 people were Eskimo brothers.
Whoa. I mean, Jesus. I remember there was a girl here in Beasley who was pretty friendly. That's all I got to say.
Why? Was she just shaking hands and kissing babies?
Oh, yeah. A lot of babies. They used to call her...
Hey. Because you could literally take that and make it a...
They used to call her Mother Teresa because everybody gave her blessings, So it was definitely a good year for her.
We all... You know what? Growing up, like... I used to judge people that did that, but now as another slut that grew up in the cult known as the Catholic Church, I have a sudden appreciation for sluts. As one, because I am the authority on sluts. And I'm telling you right now, as a fellow slut that wraps it up and is careful, I'm telling you right now, it's an art. I told you the last week, but I'm going to say it again because we have new listeners every day. I had a girl that I hooked up with. Oh, I got to tell you about this. I had a girl I hooked up with in February. She's bald. Looked like Amber. She looked like a Dade City Amber Rose.
Really?
Dade City. You know Dade City?
Dade City, like where St. Leo's at.
Yeah, like Dade City, like 70 minutes down 275, like the middle of nowhere.
It's empty. It's pretty much just like one church.
There's one thing that wasn't empty. You go to the Section 8 apartments. So there was this girl looked like a Dade City Amber Rose. And like,
was she missing any teeth?
No, but a personality. So we meditated. She was like into chakras, and we hooked up or whatever. I never heard from her again. Like, she talked to me a little bit here and there, but it was always so busy. So I FaceTimed her last week to catch up and just say hi. And she's like, you know, in life, we all go through our, I'm going to replace the letter, our Joe phases. And then you have the clarification. And I'm like, how many Joes have you hooked up with since I last saw you? Like, you start thinking about all the, like, you never know what a girl is doing when you text them. So when I'm texting her, hey, let me text him real quick because I feel, it's common sense. You ever think about that? Because us men, man, I'm not letting you get a word in today. I'm sorry. Us men, we like to think that like we're the man. We're so fucking cool, bro. And then you think like we were one of many.
That's the thing. Women these days, they're slimy. And I like how you said that, you know, you were a slut, and you know, you were speaking about another slut. Have you ever heard the saying, real recognize real?
Yeah.
Well,
sluts recognize sluts.
There you go. That's it.
Maybe that should be the name of the episode.
That's the name of the episode.
But man, when you grow up in this church where you have a guy dressed up in a white robe in front of a bunch of people and claim that they never have sex even though everyone has urges. And then you have a father, rest in peace, Dad, who yelled at me because I had condoms in my room. You're going to be a little messed up. And then you work around shock jocks that only talk about sex and bang women all the time. You're going to be a recovering slut. Also, there's another dilemma with getting older, bro. I don't know what the hell happened. Everyone has kids now. It is so weird. I remember in like 2000 and I almost said 3 for some reason. Like 2015, 16, 17. It was so easy to just match with girls and didn't have kids. Now they all have kids. And I feel like I'm the only one that doesn't have kids.
Listen, don't go to Facebook because you're going to get reminded on what's going on with everybody's life and how trash is going.
Even Facebook dating. You know what's weird?
There's something called like that?
Oh, yeah. It is.
Oh, okay. That means you're on there too, bagging and tagging.
I've actually never had any success from Facebook dating. Bumble is my game. Bumble, because they have to message me first, so that means they're interested and they dig my height.
Did you catch any bodies on Tinder?
I do well on Tinder.
Okay.
Man, I met my second girlfriend there that I got engaged to.
Okay.
Well, so I don't know what the hell that means.
Thank God you dodged that bullet.
Oh, yeah. She's probably, I was talking to a guy about it, like getting over breakups and that, and they said everybody has a perception of what happened. And obviously you know the truth because you're the one that experienced it. But it's crazy to think that there's people that have a perception of me that's completely false. The reason they have that perception is because they listen to other people and don't have an original opinion of how to break things down in their head, of how things should go down. People are really dumb, bro. People are clout chasers. People, literally, all they do is talk bad about other people or people's lives because they got nothing going on in their life. Or they have so many skeletons in their life that they're afraid of the skeletons falling out of the closet that they'll talk about you. That's not a good thing because at some point, that closet's going to get really full and the door is just going to break and all the skeletons fall out. You feel that, Juan Farrow?
Did you ever cry with a breakup?
Did I ever? Okay. All the time.
Really?
I'm getting over it. It sucks.
So you're saying you're getting over the last?
I'm over the last, but there's times that like, for example, we used to buy pumpkins at this pumpkin patch right next door, and the pumpkin patches are up now because everyone's getting ready for Halloween. It's not even October yet, and I'm like, oh, I remember when we used to, go pumpkin shopping. But then you think about the fact that people were only with you for clout or whatever, and then it hurts a little less, and then it hurts a little. But my last 2 girlfriends specifically, it took about a year to get over them. Like, I'm completely over my ex. But when you date somebody every day for 2 years, it's gonna be a little weird. And you know what's really weird? This is what helps me get over exes so easily. One of them's watching it just now. When you think about all the experience that you had sexually with them, and they got a lot of practice in, they're doing it with another guy or girl, and they're glad it's not you. And that ego, you think they're just sitting around when a girl says, I'm so busy. You think she's knitting? You think she's practicing cursive at home, doing a crossword puzzle while watching Golden Girls? What do you think they're doing, Pharaoh?
We all know what they're doing.
Getting golden.
They're sucking a lot of...
A lot of what? A lot of the personality out of men?
A lot of popsicles.
Have you never cried from a breakup?
I really have.
Isn't it the worst? Because you want the pain to go away. Because you want to say, like, you're better off, whatever. And then we're supposed to be stoic. Men are supposed to not show any emotion. And the feminist movement says men have no emotion. We're emotional creatures, bruh. I feel like I cry almost too much. I cried twice today.
It could be the kava.
Nah. It's the waking up and I'm like, oh, I got to do this thing called life again. Oh, golly. I love sleeping, but then I wake up every day at noon and I'm like, I probably shouldn't have slept. What the hell was the last 48 minutes? I don't even know how to process it. And a lot of people are going to hear this and it's going to be interesting. But we just got to strap up. Get our helmet. We'll be like Zelda and dodge the bullets, bro. Because we said a lot. In those last 48 minutes, we didn't talk at all about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, now did we? But now we are. You know Travis Kelce?
I do not.
He's a football player. This is what he looks like. He's on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. He definitely wants some Taylor Swift in his life.
I think he has it.
Are Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce dating? Neither the singing icon nor the football player is saying anything about the chatter, but that's not stopping people from asking.
So he went on his podcast and said pretty much he wanted to date her. Can you imagine that? All right. We're going to do this real quick. He has the Kelce Brothers podcast where he talks to his brother who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's pretend you're my brother because you are my brother in a second. Yo, man, I got so much free time tonight. Hey, Selena Gomez, I'm a cat person too. Let's go on a date. Let's see if that works. The way Travis Kelce just put out the bad signal and God, Taylor Swift's desperate ass. Not that I'm desperate, but I'm just saying, who do you want if you were single? Who is the celebrity that Juan Farrell wants?
I would love Ruby Rose.
Wouldn't we all?
Travis recently dodged questions about Taylor during an NFL Plus interview after he previously admitted to his brother Jason on their podcast, New Heights, that he tried to give her his phone number on a friendship bracelet during her Eras Tour stop in Kansas City, Missouri.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, I know you went to the Taylor Swift concert. How was it?
Yeah, well, I was disappointed that she doesn't talk before or after her shows because she has to save her voice for the 44 songs that she sings.
Yeah.
So I was a little butthurt. I didn't get to hand her one of the bracelets I made for her.
You made her a bracelet?
Yeah. If you're up on Taylor Swift concerts, there are friendship bracelets, and
what a waste of money that is. You got all the Gen Zs that are using their parents' money to buy. We're going to buy a $25 friendship bracelet.
Are they even friends?
I wonder what she's like. I've heard people go, "Oh, she's delightful." I don't know.
Well, have you seen the backstage VMAs?
No.
She was real active. She was actually sitting next to Ice Spice, which is
How is she active? Because when you say I'm active, is that a different active or was she active?
She was just more friendly, very talkative, drinking, having a good time. She was hanging out with her girls. Everybody was trying to take pictures with her. She's a staple.
Yeah, she is. I wear short, or what is it? She wears short shirts, I wear sneakers. She's cheer captain and I got daddy issues. I'm just kidding. Did you hear Halle Berry's a little mad at Drake?
Oh, yeah. It's going down with them.
Yeah, literally. By the way, you know that podcast that came out of nowhere, the really good podcast, that blind girl, Bobby Thaloff or whatever?
Yep.
What do you think of her?
I think she's a little weird.
I think it's fake as fuck.
I think the views could be bought, but I mean, somebody locked her in with Drake.
It is weird
Yachty.
how she came out of nowhere and she's like, I'm going to interview. Do you think she hooked up with Drake?
No, I don't think that. But
I think he was trying to.
He was throwing a couple shots. I mean, you got to understand, Drake, at the end of the day, he's a dog. He's just like you, a dog.
We're both emotional.
You guys are both emotional. I mean, to be honest, that could be your twin.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Only thing is I don't talk to underage girls on stage. That's the only difference. I don't hang out with 16-year-olds. That's the only difference.
Halle Berry isn't too impressed with Drake at the moment, after the rapper used a photo of the actress getting slimed at the 2012 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards to promote his new single, Slime You Out, on Instagram. Halle called him out. Halle first took to her Instagram to share a cryptic message that read, quote, "Sometimes you have to be the bigger guy, even if you're a woman."
You mean bigger woman?
After a fan dropped a comment on the post asking what she thought about Drake using a photo of her for his new song with SZA, Halle replied, quote, "Didn't get my permission, that's not cool. I thought better of him, hence my post today. When people you admire disappoint you, you have to be the bigger person and move on."
And move on, yeah. But you're not moving on because you're making a post about it. Yeah, know what I'm saying? I love when these celebrities claim, oh, it doesn't bother me at all, and then they clap back. If it didn't bother you, you wouldn't be making a post.
You know
what?
what?
Would it?
It's just her vibes is off, with the whole situation going on with her husband. I get her. She's just mad.
Halle is no stranger to standing up for what she believes in. Access Hollywood last spoke with the star in 2021, and at the time, she explained why she took a chance on herself by making her directorial debut in the movie Bruised.
Congratulations on the
Congratulations on this boring interview we're going to do about a movie that sucked. 856. I'm not playing that. 49 Hoppe. This headline did not surprise me.
The Blindside parents, Sean and Leanne Toohey, claim they never intended to adopt Michael Orr.
What? Oh, you don't say. I feel bad for him. I feel like he deserved a better upbringing. And I didn't think The Blindside was that good anyway.
Oh, man. Let's see. They're going to make this into some racial thing now.
Oh yeah.
Did you do this for me?
What?
Everything. Was it for you or was it for me?
Even in the movie, he's wondering.
I will go to school with you wanting?
In new legal docs obtained by ET, the Tooheys deny Michael's claims that they lied about adopting him and tricked him into a conservatorship in order to profit off his story.
I bet it's got to suck like, they did it. And they're not going to come out and go, yeah, we're racist and we took advantage of them.
I mean, no. Let's relax. They're not racist. You know what I'm saying? We can't,
don't allege. I'm kidding. Go on.
We could, throw the frisbee.
I just don't get good vibes from the dad. All the poses, he looks at him like, oh, get away from me. You think, come on.
I didn't even see the dad in the movie, to be honest.
None of us did.
We believe the proof will show that he was not cheated out of anything. He was not misled.
He was not misled. We're from the South.
The fact of the matter is he claims he was tricked into believing he was adopted.
I couldn't hire that lawyer. Some Southern accents are adorable because I am actually, my mom's from North Carolina, or my grandma's from North Carolina, so I got Southern in me. Sometimes it's endearing when you hear a Southern accent, Pharaoh one, and then sometimes
he was not cheated out of anything. He was not misled.
He has that racist accent.
Thank you.
He has that. I don't like
certain
color people accent. Yeah.
I don't like you by my water fountain. Scumbag.
The fact of the matter is he claims he was tricked into believing he was adopted.
In the Tuohy's response, the couple claims they never intended to, and in fact never did, take any assumed legal custody of Michael.
Yeah, because they never cared about him.
When they took him in as a teenager. And they vehemently deny that they told Michael they intended to legally adopt him. The Tuohys admit they occasionally referred to Michael as a son.
Oh, yeah, every once in a while we'll give you a little bit of attention. Scumbags. Come on.
Another one.
I'm just saying they don't seem good. I wouldn't want them to adopt any. They just don't seem like people you want to hang out with. I just don't like it. The vibe they give off is pretentious, oh, praise God type of vibe.
Yeah, I don't know. This looks like another movie, Jordan Peele.
I was thinking the same thing.
Might get inspired of,
They should have him playing it too.
Of course.
Come on now.
And have always felt
What'd you say? I just did something.
I said, make your money back.
Hell yeah.
Like he was a son. But they allege that the word son was used in the colloquial sense.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You are all scumbags. Did you hear that Jeezy is single? It's so weird calling him Jeezy. I always want to say young Jeezy. Do you know much about this?
Well, at this point, the way he's dressing is Mr. Jeezy. Anyways.
Grandpa Jeezy.
Yo, his wife.
She's bad or what?
Respectfully. Badder.
Bad.
Bad. But, apparently the relationship was not be going as it should be if he's filing for divorce.
Oh, yeah.
ET has confirmed Jeannie Mai and Jeezy are going their separate ways. A shocker to longtime fans of the couple who said I do in 2021.
Married life feels 1,000% different than when we were dating.
That's not good. She said that in 2021, right when they started being married. That's not a good sign at all, bruh.
Life feels 1,000% different than when we were dating.
I can't just sleep around with other guys, and he can't just sleep around with other women. That had to be it.
The greatest way.
The rapper filed for divorce in Atlanta Thursday, according to court docs obtained by ET, revealing the pair was already separated before the filing, and there is a prenup.
Good! My man came in, had a plan, and didn't ruin it. Jeezy had that prenup.
Yes, sir. The Hot Boys are up.
He puts on for his city. What's another song by him? I'm trying to think of jokes. What was that song? I do it for my hood. Every time I do it for my lawyers so that I don't lose money because of a prenup. It's understood. I don't date losers. That was terrible.
Yeah, just Jeezy.
Yeah,
you really stood up for the men community.
Thank you, sir.
ET's reached out to both Jeezy and Jeannie for comment.
I don't care anymore. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. What the hell do you think of Bad Bunny? What is average Pharaoh thing? I don't know why I said that. Why do you think, or what do you think of Bad Bunny and why he keeps his Kendall Jenner relationship private?
Well, I mean, after the whole last situation where he did the public concert and he was kissing a man, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny to me and the whole Latin community and probably worldwide.
Be careful how you say it.
He's a statured man. Everybody loves him. His music is crazy. He has the clubs going wild.
Yeah,
and the women love him. But I feel like he's keeping this Kylie Jenner. No, I'm sorry, not Kylie. What is it?
Kendall.
All the K's.
Yeah.
Kendall Jenner relationship going just because she kind of fits his vibe. I don't know, like they really kind of flow.
They're very much. He's like the male version of her.
Exactly. You hit it right on the dot.
Bad Bunny opens.
Hell yeah, I could get down to this music. I want to get the music from the Entertainment Tonight videos. Yeah.
Bad Bunny opens up about his personal life with Vanity Fair, explaining why he's keeping his relationship with Kendall Jenner private.
I've learned the next relationship I get into, I may never post a picture of them. When you post about your girlfriend all the time and then you break up, you got to answer to a lot of people that are wondering where the hell they went.
Not even that. I mean,
what?
You just don't want anybody involved. Girls see you with your girlfriend. They trying to ask you questions.
Yeah, you gotta keep it hush.
Then whenever you're single, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's too much going on. You gotta recover. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I noticed? When you're single, when you're in a relationship, women want you. But when you're single, it's a little different. I'm not saying women don't want you, but the women that wanted you while you're in a relationship, they just want to wreck homes. And then when you're single, they're like, I'm not really trying to build something with you. I'm trying to wreck people because I have daddy issues and I've gone through a really hard life. We need to always be, this is me projecting. We need to always be confident because I have really run my mouth today. Oh my goodness, did I run my mouth, Pharaoh? I didn't hold back at all. I mean, literally, I say he never holds back and he always speaks his mind. But that literally, bro, can be held on this show.
Goodbye, happiness, anything complicated.
The Puerto Rican singer is the mag's October cover star, and inside he says he doesn't like the idea of fans exerting control over his love life.
That's good. Command a room. That's why he's famous.
They don't know how you feel. They don't know how you live. They don't know anything, and I really don't want them to know.
Good. So then we're not going to talk about you because you are boring. 856-49-HOPPY. Do you know Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about this before I get into the news clip.
Yeah, so it really blew my mind.
What do you know?
To me, they were a power couple.
Yeah.
It really gave me hope that somewhere out there, you could have a baby, get married, and have a successful relationship. But I guess this is what's going on.
Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert split after 7 years of marriage. The singer shared the news on Instagram Sunday, revealing she and her husband are separated.
I wonder how many times he told her about the game when Kobe Bryant scored 20 points in the fourth quarter and beat him. He went on every NBA podcast and told that. I bet he told that to her over. There was a time Kobe Bryant scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, blah, 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 blah.
And have been for a while.
Being a mom and a wife is so much that you learn. It's just so much that you go through.
She posted this pic with Iman, the two dressed as Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World, and shuts down speculation that she's parting ways with the NBA star due to cheating.
Duh, they all cheat, bro.
But who do you think cheated first, him or her?
Him.
Why?
I think a lot of these clips, let me see if I can find it. They talk about how, like, listen to this. This is her. This is her in, 1 second. This is her in 2020 talking about the relationship after they've been together for 4 years at that time.
Being a mom and a wife is so much that you learn.
She sounds defeated.
It's just so much that you go through.
So what happens is, because I've seen this a lot in my life with people I've hung around that cheat on their wife, when it starts to get real and the woman goes from being the babe to the mom and the wife, like, they'll call that person out. So then the man wants to, like, be around a girl that's going to kiss her ass. You know what I'm saying?
Relationships these days are just very hard. Like, I mean, he's a talented basketball player. She is a talented dancer.
What does she do?
She dances and she also is an actor. She's done a couple movies. Kanye West used her in one of the videos. So, you know, it's kind of hard when two successful, rich parents are out in the field and, you know, temptations get high.
She posted this pic with Iman, the two dressed as Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World.
All right, I don't care anymore. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Here's what she put out. Not too much on my bestie. All in all, Iman and I separated and have been for a while. To be 1,000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. We are still the best of friends, great business partners, and one hell of a team when it comes to co-parenting our beautiful children. So pretty much, she's just best of friends with him because of the business partnership and the two kids. I am pretty sure if those weren't involved, she probably wouldn't stick around because there's really no point to being friends with your ex. There's nothing you get out of keeping in touch with your ex.
No, but what I really do like is that she's always respecting him as a man.
Yes, I agree.
I think he did cheat, or either she cheated, but at the same time, they're not letting the cat out the bag.
Yeah. By the way, so first, you know Bill Maher?
No, who's that?
He's that late night liberal talk show host on HBO. He first said he
Ryan
was going to... I'm not liberal. I don't vote. This guy, you ever seen him?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to halt the real-time return amongst the writers' strike. So pretty much he was saying he was going to do the show without his writers, and now he's deciding not to. And Drew Barrymore also came to her senses after taking the public outcry.
No lights, no cameras, and no action for Drew Barrymore. The star announcing Sunday that she no longer plans to debut the new season of her talk show. The reversal coming just 1 week after Barrymore said that she'd start shooting again. A decision that drew immediate backlash online and from Hollywood. The National Book Awards also rescinded an invitation for the star to host its event. Over the weekend, Barrymore writing on Instagram, "I have no words to express my deepest apologies to anyone I have hurt."
Sounds so genuine.
Adding, "We really tried to find our way forward, and I truly hope for a resolution for the entire industry very soon."
I don't think it's going to be resolved at all. They're out there just protesting every day. But you know what's cool? Nobody really watches TV anymore. Like TV, like I know the writers can be involved in Netflix and then blah, blah, blah. But I think like in 2007, it was like a bigger deal because then like, how are you going to watch the latest season of Lost or Alias or Prison Break? But now it's like you got so many options. Like women, you have a lot of options with streaming services.
You know, it just kind of makes no sense to me.
What?
Excuse me about that.
You're good.
It makes no sense to me how they can resolve UPS.
Right.
But they can't resolve the number one entertainment in the world.
Oh, for sure.
I would just take full responsibility for my actions.
I love like Mila Kunis did this last week when she defended that creepy rapist known as Danny Masterson, her and her loser husband, Ashton Kutcher. Mila Kunis and Drew Barrymore did the same thing. Drew is not wearing makeup and Mila wasn't wearing makeup. I love when women post a serious video and they're like, I must look like I just walked out of bed if I'm going to do a video about how I almost ditched my team, but because people got mad, then I was sorry. You know?
Yeah, like they want to look old, beat
yeah,
up.
I can't handle it. I feel so bad.
They stayed up the night before eating ice cream, looking at their bank account with a couple $1 million. Oh,
exactly.
I couldn't sleep last night.
Barrymore announced the pause 2 days after she released an emotional, now deleted video.
I hate when celebrities do. Why are you deleting it? It's up forever. We have the access here, dummy. All the celebrities, not just her, anybody of any gender, of any whatever. You post something, it's going to be online forever. Sorry. Dumb. Did I say dumb? That is dumb.
Explaining why she was restarting her show amid the dual strikes.
I just wanted to make a show that was there for people.
Yeah, it's there for nurses in the hospital, at-home mothers that don't have Netflix, blah, blah, blah.
And cheating radio host.
Well,
oh, man.
Well,
that's how the cookie crumbles.
Well, how do I word this? Give me a second. When you do cheat on your wife, you are going to people's houses, so it's probably on TV. You know, I don't really think you're watching Netflix because you're going to save that later for your husband. You're going to save that later to watch the series because if you start to watch another show, the husband's going to be like, who'd you watch it with? When you're Netflixed and chill. But when you're a radio host with a lot of time during the day, pretty sure Drew Barrymore might be on, or maybe Jeopardy.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. And like that,